Namaste. Let's begin with a gentle flow. It's about 20 minutes long. Inhale the arms up and exhale into a forward bend. Legs bent is fine. Take the elbows or fingertips to the floor and begin to walk side to side, stretching out the hamstrings and the hips. Inhale the arms back up and step to the back of the mat. Take a deep breath. Reach those arms up. Exhale forward, walk the hands out. Come into a plank pose, pull the waist in. Walk back into a forward bend. And inhale, coming into plank pose again. Let's do a chaturanga. Lift the chest, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog position and breathe deep. Tailbone toward the ceiling, tippy toe, back into a plank pose and a vinyasa. Tailbone to the ceiling. Reach the right leg up, extend, a nice bend, and let's alternate side to side. Walk the hands back. Inhale, reach the arms up. Palms at the heart center. Let's do some balancing. Inhale, reach the arms up, coming into a variation of Warrior 3 or Virabhadrasana 3. Palms come out to the side. Now pull the right knee into the chest, palms come to the heart center. Right leg over the left knee. Figure 4. And bringing yourself, without lowering that right foot to the floor, back into a Warrior 3. Now, with the right leg lifted, walk the hands out as you lower them to the floor and go through a vinyasa with the right leg lifted. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Repeating on the left side, reach the left leg. Walking the hands back. Inhaling, reaching the arms up. Coming into a variation of Virabhadrasana 3, Warrior 3. Shifting slightly to that right side. Lift the left knee up. Arms out and extend. You could have the arms forward or out to the side. Pull the arms back in, left knee into the chest, palms at the heart center. Let's try one more, Warrior 3, extending out. And then entering into, as gracefully as you can, a figure 4 sit. Palms at the heart center, fixing the gaze. One more, Virabhadrasana 3. Hands to the floor, left leg reaching up. Vinyasa if you can, with that leg lifting, always keeping everything straight and strong. Push into the palms. There's your downward facing dog. Right leg reach. So let's work on Utthita Trikonasana triangle pose on the right side. So back of that right hand on the inside of the right leg, left arm up, open through the chest. And let's just open with a reverse, reaching the left arm over, reaching the right arm over. So you're really just opening up through the waist, but push into that back heel, even as you alternate. Hands come down. Let's do a jump switch. So just jump the left foot forward, right leg back, inside of the left hand on the inside of that left leg. Open up through the chest, right arm up, left arm up. Right, so now you're alternating between reverse triangle and a relatively standard triangle. Finding a flow as you inhale and exhale. Inhaling up, opening up through the left side body. and exhaling. Let's do a vinyasa. Lower the hands down and another jump switch. If you want to add the jump switch, or you can do the vinyasa. It's up to you. But right now we're on the right side. Variation, warrior one. Opening through the chest, reaching those arms. Circling the arms to open the shoulders. Now let's shift the hips and a reverse warrior two into a side angle variation. Reverse warrior, palms come down. Let's do a jump switch, left side. Warrior one variation. Warrior one variation, rotate the arms. Warrior two, reverse warrior. Working with the arms, creating just a little bit of movement so you can get into the wrists and the elbows. Pulling the waist in, but notice the legs are relatively stable. They don't move too much. Really working on the upper body. Hands come down. And now vinyasa, lower chaturanga, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog position. Right leg lifts. Let's bring the right knee to the outside of the right elbow. Just a touch. Step the right foot forward, warrior two. Reverse warrior. Hands come down, right leg back and up. Vinyasa. Lifting through the chest, exhaling, lifting the hips. Left leg lifts and left knee outside of that left arm. Working on the core, shifting a little forward. And step the left foot through. Virabhadrasana 2, reverse. And we'll do one windmill. And then hands come down, left leg steps back. Downward facing dog. Drop onto the elbows, stretch out the shoulders, and bring the left foot beneath the right and the right foot beneath the left, alternating just to get that feeling. A little bit challenging here. You're going to step forward, bend the legs, inhale, reach the arms up, palms at the heart center. Working a little bit on the core here. Reach the left leg up, bend the right leg, and step the left leg through. Left hand still on the ground. Left leg up again, switch sides. Right leg reaches up and through. Left arm up, right palm on the ground. Right leg reaches up again, switch sides. Left leg up, shift the weight. Left leg through, right arm up. Using your left hand to balance, flex that left foot. Left leg up. This is very challenging, so move slow. Right leg up, push into the palms. Right leg through, right arm down, left arm up. Speed it up if you want, right? Maybe continuing one side or the other. See if you can find that movement. This is probably one of the more challenging things that we would do. And then exhale, release, forward bend. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Coming facing forward, turn the toes out, hands onto the knees. Inhale, lift through the chest. And then straighten the legs, let the head release toward the floor. Bend the legs, turn the toes out, push on the knees with the elbows and open up the hips. Bend the right leg, left leg. You'll start to feel this in the legs. So find that breath, that inhale, exhale, side to side, shifting and moving, because you really want to get into the hips and drop a little bit deeper, deeper, knees back. Interlocking the hands, dropping into those hips and side to side. And I'm totally feeling this in the legs, just watching myself do this. Hands come down and side to side, dropping, descending the hips. So this is where it gets a little bit more tricky. You're getting deeper and deeper into those hips. And start to bring those fingers down. Bending right side, bending left side, bending right side, bending left side. Getting even deeper. Let's do a forward bend. Release some of that tightness and tension. Sitting deep again. Sitting deep again. Hands come onto the knees, side to side. Reaching those arms up. This is a long time to work on the... And then now let's work on sitting deeper and bending. We're going to try this little exercise. Bend the left leg, straighten the right, reach the right arm up. Now try to keep everything down as you switch sides. Bend the right leg, left leg, reach the left arm up, opening up. Other side, just coming back. And really, even though my butt's lifting up high, I really want you to try to keep, I'm trying to keep it low, actually. Right, so as low as I can, but it's really hard to get into those hips and use those quads. Right, so it's side to side. See how this feels. You can always stay here, but we're going to add this other little move from Christina. Hands come onto the outside of that left leg. Reach the right leg forward. Bend the right leg. Hands on the outside of the right leg. Swing the left leg forward. You're going to switch. Right leg, swing the left leg. Left leg, swing the right leg. So it takes a little bit of practice. Hands on the outside of that left leg. Rotate, left side. Straightening the right leg. So really it's just straightening and bending side to side. This is the monkey movement that we've been doing in the mornings. Hands come over, left leg swings around, side to side. You should be feeling this in the hips for sure. Hands come over, little swing, side to side. And then back to the mat. Inhale, reach those arms up. Palms at the heart center, exhale. Inhale, arms up, and exhale. Hands come down. Just stretch out the hamstring. Through the legs, palms facing the floor. Let's do a jump back. We haven't done one of those in a while. We'll do a jump back, lower to the belly. Inhale, lift the chest, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog position. Reaching the right leg up. Warrior one. Hands come down. There's your vinyasa. Left leg. Warrior one. There's your vinyasa. Downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here. You can tippy toe, tailbone toward the ceiling. Let's come into side plank on the left side to start. So shift forward into plank pose. Remember, right arm up. Stacking the hips, you can drop that left knee if you want. Work on balance. Push into the palms. And just for fun, try to reach the right foot to the inner portion. Maybe touch the knee. And then vinyasa. Plank on the right side. Stack the hips, drop the right knee if you like, push into the palms, left knee, lift the right hip up, and open up. See if you can extend and reach. Left leg, vinyasa. Bend the right leg, bend the left leg. Let's try that right leg coming through again, just like we did before, but a little bit easier. Right, reaching up. It's like you're doing a side plank. And begin to slowly work your way onto the knees. Let's stretch out the wrists a little bit. So palms on the floor. Spread out the fingers and let's shift side to side. And forward and back. So you'll be feeling this on the wrists. I want you to open up, and you can move a little slower than I am. And then turn the hands with the fingers facing toward the knees and shift forward and back. After a few of those, child's pose. Into coming onto the knees. Let's work on back bending. So reach the arms up and exhale. Right side, left side. Bring the hands into the low back with the fingertips facing toward the waist. Squeeze the elbows together and lift the chest. Push the hips forward. Opening up through the chest. See how it feels to drop the head back and then sit back on the heels. So you can do a few of these. Hips forward, chest lift, and sit back. Hips forward, chest lift, and sit back. You can reach the right arm up and then left arm up, alternating side to side. Alternating side to side. And every time we do this, we're getting a little bit deeper, or at least trying to get a little bit deeper into this back bend by squeezing the thighs, lifting through the chest, and getting the hips forward. Eventually, bend the arms and bring the hands into the low back. And you could, when you get the hips forward, reach the right hand back, left hand back, and take the ankles. You could also put a block beside the heels and add that block if you want. Working on lifting through the chest, getting the chest forward, hips forward. And then slowly on an inhale, bring yourself up. And seated. And then repeat. Inhaling and exhaling. See how it feels. Remember, you might not be bringing your hands to the floor. You might keep your hands at the low back. Right? Working on that very beginning back bend that we started. Hips forward and just dropping back. One more. Maybe two. Rest in child's pose in between. Those of you who want to take it deeper, keep your hands on the heels as you lift the hips and totally curl the spine up. And then keep the hands on the heels as you sit the butt back down and curl the spine down. Right? So you never release the hands from the heels. Right? You drop the hips back, chest remains lifted, and it's like you're coming to a seated position. There you go. And then exhale forward. Walk the hands to the right side and to the left side. Stretch out the waist. One more time. Adding that back bend again. Working your way into table pose. You decide what variation you want to do. You can come into headstand, or you could come up against the wall and work with in forearm balance, which is the elbows. If you're coming up into headstand, you could also do handstand here. It will really be up to you, but interlock the hands. Elbows, measure out those elbows. And then bringing the hips up and eventually the legs. You're in your handstand. You're in headstand. You could kick up into a handstand if you want. Just bring yourself to the wall. Look in between the palms. Give your right leg a kick. If you're doing headstand, you could work on Arda, which is half, or work on really controlling lowering down, toes touch, elbows pushing into the body, and then inhaling, bringing yourself back up again. So that you could totally work on that variation. That's a little challenging. And we'll do Ardha, which is half Ardha Shashasan, half headstand. Lowers halfway. Stop for a breath. Get your balance. Almost lost my balance there. And then slowly lower down. Knees come down immediately into a child's pose and rest. Slowly beginning to work yourself up. Maybe we'll do one more vinyasa. Could be gentle. Lower to the belly. Inhale, lift through the chest. And exhale, maybe bend the right leg, look to the right. Bend the left leg, look to the left. Adding that little back bend. Lift the hips one more time, child's pose, rest. Arms beside the body. Beginning to slowly come up into a downward facing dog. Bending the left leg, bending the right leg. And let's come up to a seated, so step or walk or jump the feet forward, maybe a squat. Sit down, lie on the back, and relax. Shoulder stand, you can do this at the wall. You'd come with your hips right up against the wall, swing the legs up the wall, lie on the back. Otherwise, kicking the toes over the head. Bend the arms, hands into the back, right leg, left leg. Wiggling those elbows closer together. Trying to work the hands higher up the back, which is what I'm doing right now. I've interlocked my hands a little bit deeper in like a plow pose variation so that I can get my shoulders a little bit closer together. Hands into the back, legs lift, and then find that breath. Variations here, soles of the feet together, knees out to the side, or Padmasana. If you don't usually do Padmasana, don't worry about it here. You could work just with the soles of the feet together, knees out to the side, for 5 breaths. And now slowly release, lower down. Gently, gently, gently. Take a nice deep inhalation and exhale. Relax. So you can spend another 5-10 minutes here. I'm going to stop the recording just because this is really just our sample. But, I encourage you to spend some time in Shavasana. But if you've got things to do, your day's beginning or your night is ending, you can slowly roll to one side if you're ready to come up. Come to seated, head comes up last. Palms at the heart center. Namaste. Thank you.